International Summit Council for Peace was initiated by UPF co-founder Dr. Hak Ja Han Moon in 2019 on the occasion of World Summit 2019 in Seoul, Korea. ISCP is an international network of current and former heads of state and government. The International Association of First Ladies, IAFLP, a project of the ISCP, affirms and uplifts the unique role of First Ladies in contributing to peace and development. IAFLP brings together current and former First Ladies from throughout the world, drawing upon their experience and wisdom as women leaders and as role models who serve their countries in significant ways.
But today, we would like to hear from the women leaders of the Americas who have had the privilege of meeting her themselves. Let's begin by watching a short video of Mother Moon's incredible life.
Mother of Peace, Dr. Hak Ja Han Moon, is following God's call to bring all the people of the world together for peace. She has toured the world several times over, meeting heads of state and speaking to tens of thousands in an effort to inspire nations to rise to their potential as heavenly nations and become one family of humanity united in love with our Creator.
Now, Mother's interpretation of her calling is not within what we call the norm. Mother's interpretation of her calling is that she is the That's her interpretation of her calling. But you don't judge a tree by its branches. And you don't judge a tree by its leaves. You judge a tree by its fruit.
나와 하나 되어 세계로 지상의 등불이 되어 어두운 세상을 밝히며
And there's nobody in here that can deny the significance of the fruit that we have seen exhibited by her response to her calling.
진정 하나님께서 축복하신 이 미국이 진정으로 God bless America.
I don't care what you call yourself. I just care what you do. And she's brought all of us together to tell the world that we can get together, we can have peace, and we can overcome the difficulties in the world because we're anointed to do it.
True Mother is a glue that puts people together. To be able to put races together, different kinds of religious leaders together, and to show them the commonalities that they have together.
It's time that we come together as one family under God and transform our communities and transform our world around us and bring our worlds closer together.
Many church leaders, such as Bishop Noel Jones in Los Angeles and Bishop Redebe in Johannesburg, South Africa, are joining Mother Moon, committing to work together under the banner of the Family Federation to help open a path to a new era of peace. This is the time to come together for peace and to create a new civilization grounded in an awareness of God's all-embracing love, a heavenly, unified world.
So now I would like to welcome Mrs. Blessy DeCal. She is the International Coordinator for the International Association of First Ladies for Peace. She would like to share some welcoming remarks. Hello, Blessy.
Yeah, thank you, Gail. Honorable Madam Emilia Alfaro de Franco, Honorable Madam Patricia Marquin de Morales, Honorable Irashka Elvir de Nasrallah, Dr. Higgins, Ms. Rosie de Quigliano, Ms. Gail Beath, ladies and gentlemen, buenas noches. It is my great honor to welcome all of you to this event titled the International Women's Month, Women's Leaders of Americas. Honor Mother of Peace, Dr. Hak Ja Han Moon. Let me begin by sharing how honored I am to be here with this group of accomplished and beautiful women, especially during our month, the International Women's Month. On this occasion, I would like to highlight the contributions of our founder, Dr. Hak Ja Han Moon, widely recognized as the Mother of Peace. Mother Moon is far from ordinary. She is extraordinary in every sense of the word. I encourage everyone to discover more by reading her memoir, Mother of Peace, which is available in Amazon. Raising children is a challenging endeavor, a sentiment my husband and I, parents of 6 daughters, know well. Dr. Moon raised 14 children. This monument task, coupled with leading a global peace movement, could only be accomplished with divine assistance. At the tender age of 6, Mother Moon fled war-torn North Korea with her mother and grandmother, experiencing firsthand the ravages of war. Yet, she has emerged as the true Mother of Peace. What qualifies her for this title? A poignant example is her visit to North Korea in 1991 with her late husband, Dr. Sun Myung Moon. They met with Chairman Kim Il-sung to discuss the peaceful reunification of the Koreas. Despite personal losses and national strife, their approach has always been to give, and give again. Forget that they have given and give again. This has been the secret to their success, showcasing their unparalleled commitment to peace and reconciliation. Despite facing persecution and enduring significant physical and mental hardships, Dr. Hak Ja Han Moon rose above these challenges by channeling the adversity she faced into unwavering commitment towards a bright future for all of us. I have been given the opportunity to be in the presence of Mother Moon on several occasions. Each time was truly a unique experience. The words of wisdom that I gained from her speeches remain relevant in every aspect of my life. 4 times when Mother Moon was visited the nation of Nepal, I have seen with my own naked eyes how she attends heaven through her leadership working for peace. I am so grateful that in my lifetime, I have had the chance to see what a true woman looks like. I have learned from her so much about patience, love, forgiveness, endurance, and sacrifice that in my eyes, when it comes to being a true woman, there is no other. And for this very reason, I simply call her Mother. Mother has worked towards protecting our environment. She was always being charitable, spreading love to women, children, and those in need. Through different channels, such as the Women's Federation for World Peace, and of course, Mother prays continuously to end the suffering of God and humankind. We have so much to learn from her. Therefore, I call on all us women, mujeres, let us accept our pivotal role as the women leaders, advocating for women's empowerment and leadership towards a better world. They say, behind every great man is a great woman, but we're changing it now. We're no longer behind, but we are side by side in partnership at the forefront of peace initiative. Let us all follow the footsteps of Mother Moon and join her in making a giant leap towards a happy world for all of us. Muchas gracias. La paz y con vosotros.
Thank you, Blessy. It's been such a joy working with you for the last 3 years. And now, from the Bahamas, I would like to invite Dr. Ann Higgins. Dr. Higgins is a project manager in the Office of the Spouse of the Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. She is the president of the CID Nassau Section, World Dance Council Bahamas. Dr. Higgins participated in one of our world summits in Korea and gave a beautiful speech about the power of the arts and culture for world peace. She has since become a dear friend of mine, and I love her very much. Welcome, Dr. Higgins.
Thank you, Gail. And protocol has already been established, but I'd like to say I'm honored to be in the midst and a part of such great women that we have on this panel. Thank you for the invitation. And I would like to say, as we all knew, that last week, hundreds of women have partnered at the 68th Annual Commission on the Status of Women at the CSW 68, the UN's largest annual gathering on gender equality and women's empowerment, as we heard Blessy talk about women being empowered. According to the UN Global Study on Resolution 1325, reviews the challenges and lessons learned across regions in implementing the women, peace, and security agenda over the past 15 years. The study provides a comprehensive evidence base demonstrating that women's equal and meaningful participation in peace and security efforts is vital to sustainable peace. And we know that to sustain the peace without women's engagement in all stages of ending when women conflict and consolidating the peace, the dangers of relapse are greatly heightened, which means if women are not involved in a lot of these peace negotiations, it's harder for peace to take place. We know that we are women with great emotion, but we also know that we are women that can stabilize. Now, gender must be the heart of socioeconomic development and peace consolidation. Supporting women in their initiatives is supporting the entire nation. When you support a woman, you support an entire nation. Dr. Hak Ja Han Moon is one of those women who have been empowering women and supporting their initiatives spiritually, socially, and economically. When you hear Blessy talk about her, you can tell that she impacts women. You'll hear Gail's testimony, you will know that there are many women that have been impacted by her. She knows her purpose and is determined to echo peace throughout the world. So we know that she came into the earth realm to accomplish an assignment, and she is staying focused on her assignment. God has placed all the gifts and ability on the inside of her, which she has been using to bring peace and unity among mankind. I call her a woman of great influence, one that God has called to impact the world. She understands her position as a mother. And I must say this again, as you heard Blessy said, she has birthed 14 of her own children. So the love and compassion that she has shown to millions of people around the world is the love that God has placed in every one of us for each other. And she uses that love to comfort many, millions around the world. There is the peace that surpasses all understanding. It guides our heart and our mind through Jesus Christ. Every time God wanted to move in the earth realm, he looks for an obedient vessel one that will be willing to sacrifice and fight against all odds, no matter what come up against you. Those who are obedient will stand because they know that God is backing them. Well, Dr. Hak Ja Han Moon, we call her Mother Moon. She made many sacrifices for her family as a mother, and also shared her husband, Father Moon, who fathered so many people around the world. I know she had many sleepless nights as she toured the world several times over, meeting leaders in government and heads of state as she tries to bring nations together. This woman walked in such humility and love, despite much persecution. You don't get to influence over 100 million people around the world if you're not called to be a woman of great influence and empowered. God saw Mother Moon faithful over the little. That's why he could trust her, and he can make her ruler over much, much, much. God has called you as a woman to multiply and replenish the earth. We are here to produce after our kind. We are called to be the type of woman that was born to incubate. We have a womb as a woman, and we incubate. We know that we have been called to bring forth good fruit. We heard even on the video with Dr. Noel Jones, he said, listen, we know by her fruit, not by what she did, the fruit prove that she is a great woman and she's ought to be honored. Well, in 1962, Mother Moon founded the Little Angels Children Folk Ballet Company. I had the privilege and the honor to see them through the performing arts in 2022 while in Korea. Dr. Moon's work is still standing strong and flourishing at the right age of 81 years old. She is still impacting the lives of millions of people from all walks of life. She knows her voice matters, and therefore she continued to speak. Let us remember her in our prayers. Let us give back. We heard about how much she give and continue to give. Remember, behind every great woman is another great woman. A quote from Kate Hodges. Dr. Moon stayed faithful in her work, changed the course of history in the lives of many. We are one of them. We can testify of the difference that she has made in our lives, especially when we look and we can feel and touch her, and we can feel the love that she gives out. I want to say God bless all of you. God bless Mother Moon and all the work that she is about to accomplish even in the future. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Dr. Higgins, for your wonderful reflections about Mother Moon, the Mother of Peace. You have lifted us up as usual with your positive and beautiful spirit. And now from Honduras, I have the pleasure of welcoming a very special lady. She's a member of the National Congress of Honduras, Honorable Irasca Elvir de Nasrallah. Madame Nasrallah has met Mother Moon a few times in South Korea, and we cannot wait to hear what you have to say. Welcome, Madame. You have the floor.
Thank you. Estimados panelistas y oyentes, hoy nos reunimos para reflexionar sobre un tema que trasciende fronteras, culturas y épocas, la verdadera esencia de la mujer. Y qué mejor manera de introducir este tema que honrando la vida y el legado de una figura emblemática como la Madre Moon, conocida en todo el mundo como la Madre de la Paz. La doctora Hak Ja Han Moon, cuyo nombre resonó en los corazones de millones, no solo ha encarnado la feminidad en su forma más pura, sino también ha encabezado una revolución silenciosa de amor, compasión y empoderamiento. Su vida fue un testimonio vivo de lo que significa ser mujer verdadera en un mundo que a menudo desafía y subestima el potencial de la mujer. ¿Qué significa entonces ser una mujer verdadera? Significa abrazar la totalidad de nuestra humanidad con todas sus fortalezas y vulnerabilidades. Significa ser valiente en la adversidad, compasiva en la confrontación y perseverante en la búsqueda de la justicia y la paz. La doctora Moon personificó estas cualidades con gracia y determinación. Ella ha entendido que la verdadera fuerza de una mujer reside en su capacidad de nutrir, sanar y unir. No se dejó intimidar por los desafíos de solución y una fe inquebrantable en el poder transformador del amor. La Madre Moon nos ha enseñado que ser una mujer verdadera significa liderazgo, empatía y comprensión. Atentamente las necesidades y preocupaciones de los demás y trabaja incansablemente para encontrar soluciones que beneficiarán a todos. En un mundo marcado por la división y el conflicto, ella nos ha recordado la importancia de tener puentes y de buscar la reconciliación. Su legado de que el verdadero poder no radica en la fuerza bruta, sino en la capacidad de encontrar puntos en común y trabajar juntos hacia un bien común. Hoy, en este momento de profunda reflexión, honramos a la doctora Moon y a todas las mujeres valientes que han seguido su ejemplo. Nos comprometemos a continuar su obra defendiendo la igualdad de género y promoviendo la justicia social y construyendo un mundo donde todas las personas, independientemente de su género, puedan florecer y alcanzar su máximo potencial. En última instancia, ser una mujer verdadera significa vivir con autenticidad, integridad y amor. Significa abrazar nuestra singularidad y celebrar la diversidad que enriquece nuestro mundo. Que el legado de la doctora Moon nos inspire a todos a ser la mejor versión de nosotros mismos y a trabajar juntos para crear un futuro más brillante y más justo para todas las generaciones. Muchísimas gracias por la participación que me han cedido en representación del país.
Thank you, Honorable Iraska Nasrallah, for helping us to understand more about Mother Moon's outstanding example of what it means to be a true woman. Thank you so much. And now I would like to welcome Honorable Madame Patricia Marroquin de Morales, First Lady of Guatemala from 2016 to 2020. Though she would have liked to have joined us, her busy schedule would not allow the time. However, she has been gracious enough to send us a video message. So let us watch her message all together.
¿Qué significa ser una mujer verdadera? La extraordinaria vida y legado de la Madre Moon, la Madre de la Paz. En marzo se celebra el Día Internacional de la Mujer, por lo que aprovecho para saludarlas y desearles todo tipo de éxitos y ruego a Dios porque siempre siga derramando bendiciones sobre ustedes, sus familias y todo su entorno. Agradezco a la Asociación Internacional de Primeras Damas por la Paz la invitación para compartir este mensaje de paz y de aliento a todas las mujeres del mundo. La pregunta que se me hace es, ¿qué significa ser una mujer verdadera? Y desde que leí la pregunta, me pregunté, valga la redundancia, ¿por qué poner el calificativo verdadera a la mujer? ¿Será que ha perdido tanto el valor la mujer por sí misma que debemos buscar entre todas ellas quién es de verdad o verdadera? Pensando en esto, vinieron a mi mente dos cosas. Primero, la historia de Diógenes, el filósofo griego, quien a plena luz del día iba con una antorcha encendida buscando al hombre verdadero. Quizá porque desde la antigüedad hay falsedad en las personas. Y segundo, viene a mi mente el origen de la palabra sincera, que nos refiere a que en la antigüedad en el teatro se utilizaban máscaras de cera para cubrir los rostros e interpretar a distintos personajes y que los actores o actrices, al quitarse la máscara de cera, mostraban su verdadera cara y era una persona sin cera. Con estas dos breves historias podemos darnos cuenta de que sí es bueno hacernos la pregunta: ¿qué significa ser una mujer verdadera? Iniciaré reflexionando sobre el cuestionamiento sistemático al que está siendo sometida la humanidad hoy día, cuestionando hasta su misma naturaleza biológica. Me refiero, por ejemplo, a la ideología de género, en la que la sexualidad casi ha desaparecido, dándole paso a la idea que lo importante no es lo biológico, sino lo que una persona piensa que es o cómo se autoperciba. Parece broma, pero hay países en donde el ser hombre o ser mujer ha pasado a ser obsoleto o de inferior categoría. Hasta han dictado leyes que protegen el no ser hombre o mujer. Se ha convertido en un verdadero reto educar a nuestra niñez y nuestra juventud, dirigiéndolos por la senda del bien hacer y el bien vivir con su autoestima intacta. Por otro lado, existen corrientes que en vez de exaltar lo femenino, han venido a desvirtuar lo bello y hermoso que es ser mujer, como por ejemplo el feminismo extremo, que lo encabezan mujeres que han perdido su feminidad y que pareciera que en vez de querer exaltar la figura de la mujer y tratar de corregir los excesos y los abusos del hombre, pretenden llevar a la mujer a ese estado de deterioro y corrupción de algunos hombres que no respetan nada y que abusan de todo. Por eso creo que la mujer verdadera es la que busca siempre hacer el bien. La doctora Moon es un buen ejemplo de lo que digo. Dedica su tiempo y sus recursos para hacer la paz. Y digo hacer porque efectivamente la paz no surge de la nada. Al contrario, surge del bienestar de las personas. Y para ello debe haber comida, techo, trabajo, recreación y todo lo que el ser humano necesita para ser feliz. Hacer la paz es uno de los trabajos más difíciles y nosotras las mujeres somos las ideales para hacer ese trabajo. Educando a nuestros hijos, apoyando y en ocasiones hasta conduciendo a nuestros esposos en qué hacer de cada día. Esa es la mujer verdadera, la que siembra la paz para que los demás la cosechen. De todo corazón agradezco este espacio que me brindan para compartir mis pensamientos. Asimismo aprovecho para felicitarlas por su labor como hijas, madres, abuelas, tías, amigas, trabajadoras y profesionales que son. Ustedes, las mujeres verdaderas, deben brillar para iluminar a los que no pueden ver en la oscuridad de la vida. Muchas bendiciones. Gracias.
Patricia Marroquin de Morales, you have given us a lot to think about. Thank you so much for your moving message. We will continue to share it through the media. And now, finally, from Paraguay, Honorable Madame Amelia Alfaro de Franco will be gracing us with her presence. Madame Franco was First Lady of Paraguay from 2012 to 2013, and she was Senator from 2013 to 2018. Welcome, Madame. We are listening to you with all of our attention.
Muy buenas noches, queridas amigas, mujeres, muchas felicidades por el Día Internacional de la Mujer. Agradezco esta invitación de poder encontrarnos todas y así también honrar a todas las mujeres. Muy buenas noches a la Federación para la Paz Universal, UPF, al Consejo Cumbre Internacional de UPF, a la Federación de Mujeres para la Paz Mundial, la Asociación Internacional de Primeras Damas por la Paz, a las panelistas, a las primeras damas, a las mujeres y hombres que hoy nos están acompañando. Muy buenas noches. Un día fuimos invitados, mi esposo y yo, a participar de un encuentro de líderes mundiales para buscar la paz entre las naciones. Me pareció tan importante, pero por sobre todo muy desafiante en ese momento. Resolvimos aceptar, ya que como todas las naciones, como todos los países, somos tan egoístas, aunque existe la tecnología, estamos separados cada día más. Buscar la solución entre todos para una paz entre las naciones es lo que también nosotros esperábamos. Conocí en uno de los encuentros en Corea a la doctora Hak Ja Han Moon, a quien hoy homenajeamos en nombre de todas las mujeres del mundo. Una mujer que tuvimos la suerte de que haya pisado la tierra paraguaya, pisó el Chaco paraguayo, con un mensaje de poner a Dios en medio de todo, a través de la unidad de las familias, la no discriminación de nuestro pueblo indígena, nuestros hermanos nativos, el amor al prójimo y por sobre todo la defensa de la naturaleza como el pantanal chaqueño que conoció con su marido. Me siento muy honrada de poder dirigirme hacia su persona, ya que la doctora Moon es una mujer que con templanza, pero con firmeza y con una gran sencillez inspira a otras a luchar por una paz interior y así transformar sus ambientes, su familia y defendiendo los derechos humanos, los derechos de todas las mujeres. Una mujer verdadera que cumple la voluntad de Dios a cada instante de su vida. La que escoge al discriminado, al anciano, al enfermo, porque sabe que estos son los mimados de Dios. Una persona llena del amor de Dios que transmite cómo vivir ese amor sin egoísmo. La doctora Moon para mí siempre fue una inspiración de sabiduría y de entrega. La doctora Moon me ha impresionado, ya que sin ser ella política, ha buscado esa unificación de criterios entre líderes políticos, líderes religiosos y poder lograr una paz mundial. Como política me ha impresionado siempre. Una vez que leímos, mi marido y yo, la filosofía del movimiento de unificación, el principio divino, cambió totalmente nuestra forma de pensar y ver la iglesia unificación. Y siendo nosotros de una familia católica, todo lo que la doctora Moon hace centralizado en el Espíritu Santo por el mundo, definitivamente viene de Dios. Participar en sus eventos siempre ha sido para nosotros de gran inspiración y valor para nuestra vida política. Para concluir mi corto discurso, puedo enfatizar la importancia de la búsqueda de la paz mundial y el papel fundamental que juegan las mujeres, representadas por la doctora Moon y otras muchas líderes del movimiento. Podemos resaltar la inspiración, sabiduría y dedicación para unir a líderes políticos y religiosos en pos de la paz. Podemos también reiterar la idea de que la verdadera paz comienza en uno mismo y se extiende a través del amor, la comprensión y la unidad. Terminemos con un llamado a la acción, instando a todos a trabajar juntos para construir un mundo más pacífico y armonioso para las generaciones futuras. Dios les bendiga a todas las mujeres y sobre todo bendiga a este mundo que necesita tanto de una paz. Muchas gracias.
Gracias, Madame Franco. We have enjoyed your message and have learned many things. I've heard so much about you, Madame Franco, and I'm so happy to have finally met you. I'd also like to acknowledge our wonderful translator, Mrs. Rosie de Guiliano. Besides being a great translator, Rosie is also the regional coordinator for the IAFLP South America, and the president of the Women's Federation for World Peace, South America. So we have come to understand a little more about why people around the world are calling Dr. Hak Ja Han Moon the mother of peace. Like Blessy, I've read her memoir several times and recommend everyone to read it. You can find it on Amazon, just like Blessy said, it's called Mother of Peace. Thank you so much, all of our featured panelists, as well as all of you watching from around the world. Have a good night, everyone, and thank you so much for coming. God bless all of you.
Muchas gracias.
Take a picture of all of us. Thank you.